Hello my loyal viewers and welcome to another video. Today I thought I should review Jurassic Park 3. Why? Because I want to watch every Jurassic movie show before Rebirth now. With that all out of the way, let's jump right in. The film begins with Ben and Eric on a parachute attached to a boat. Next to the island, Isla Sorna. They think they are having a good time and they are safe. But we know that in this franchise, no one is safe. Just as I predicted, something went wrong, and everyone on the boat is dead. I wonder what could cause this. This is totally not obvious. Ben detaches from the boat and crash lands on the island. We cut to a scene of Alan talking to Ellie's kids about that dinosaurs. Then we see Ellie holding her baby and talking to Alan. Then Alan and Ellie have dinner where they talk about raptors. Alan goes to a paleontologist presentation about raptors' intelligence. After the lecture, people want to know more about the events of Jurassic Park, but Alan dismisses them and says that dinosaurs Ham and made are nothing but theme park monsters. After that, we go to the exciting Montana where we see Billy and this girl, where they are excavating the most well-preserved velociraptor ever that somehow got to Montana. Then, a few minutes later, we see the worst characters in the movie, Mr. and Mrs. Kirby. They go to a bar and say that they need Alan and Billy to go to Isla on a tour of the island on a plane. And and if an Alan and Billy do this, the Kirbys will fund their dig site. They get on a jet and fly to Isla legally. They saw some dinosaurs, and then one of the guys said, "We're gonna land on the island." Alan does not like this idea and tries to stop them, but Cooper knocks out Alan. Alan wakes up and hears the sound of Miss Kirby saying Ben like she is trying to scream to the other end of her house. Then they hear the sound of a big animal that's made all of them run like puppies to the plane. They get to the plane and they see a straight-faced silent man now looking like he is going to die. Before the plane can hit him, the best character in the movie appears. While they were trying to get away from the Spinosaurus, the plane hits the Spinosaurus, making the Spinosaurus want vengeance for its injuries that plane caused. The plane crash landed in a tree, and then we have a better look at the Spinosaurus. It attacks, and our characters escape and find T-Rex right next to its kill. The T-Rex roars at them and chases them to the Spinosaurus and fights, with an ending with the Spinosaurus winning and totally not making T-Rex fanboys lose their minds. After the fight, Alan punches Mrs. Kirby, and Mr. Kirby says that he is not a billionaire. He is a paint and tile that he owns, and that he tricked them, lied about paying them, and they are divorced. Is it just me, or is every kid in the Jurassic franchise parents are divorced? No, just me? Oh, well. They find Ben's parachute and Ben's skeleton that looks like it just came out of the store. Mrs. Kirby ran away and conveniently found a raptor nest. Also, she has no expressions about her dead boyfriend and cares more about Eric and not reflecting about it. They tell Alan and they got the heck out of there. Billy catches up and they get to a laboratory where they find some dinosaurs in test tubes. Then they find a raptor head that turns out to be alive, and this is where we meet the raptors. They run away from the raptors, but not without losing Udesky. Meanwhile, Alan is saved by Eric, and they find their parents by hearing his dad's satellite phone. When Eric and Alan find the Kirbys, they found out that the Spinosaurus get the phone, and Spinosaurus appears out of nowhere from the jungle, staring at them. They run away from the Spinosaurus, are saved by a giant fence before the Spinosaurus broke through. They run to a building, and somehow the Spinosaurus is not able to break through, even though it broke through an entire metal fence with spikes on them. They walk on the metal catwalk when pteranodons attack, and they try to feed Eric to his offspring. Also, is it just me, Or do they always use a little trope of feeding mother pteranodon grabs a guy and feeds it to his babies, even though the guy can completely kills babies, and completely destroy months and months of work that pteranodon put into it? No, just me. Oh well. Billy is able to save Eric, but not without him being sacrificed. They get on the boat and have a look at how amazing dinosaur moment in the film. Even though even though it's 1 hour and 30 minutes into the film. They find the phone in some dung, and we see Spinosaurus for a couple seconds. The Spinosaurus attacks him and is scared away by a whole bunch of fire. After a while, they hear a helicopter, but not before they have to give the eggs back to the raptors. And Alan tries to communicate with the raptors and probably says something offensive. They go to the coast and see a guy with the Navy. They get to the helicopter. Billy is somehow still alive, and we see some pteranodons, and the movie ends. For the good in this movie, I really like Alan Billy. For Alan, he is just the same character he was from the first movie, with him really not changing that much, and that he is still as likable. As for Billy, he is my second favorite human character in this movie, just being under Alan. Billy is that naive kid who wants to see and touch dinosaurs. He also wants to save the dig site by stealing raptor eggs to sell, but him doing this almost killed the group many times and caused the death of Udesky. For Eric, he is alright, who is trying to survive the island, and that's really it. Now, we talk about the two favorite characters in this movie, and the characters in the movie aren't even human. They are the Spinosaurus and Raptors. The Raptors in the movie is also really, really good. With the Raptor design being the best in the franchise, I also like that the Raptors are very intelligent. They are very scary and intimidating, even more intimidating than the movies before and after. Certainly much better in blue. But hands down, the best character in the movie is the Spinosaurus. The Spinosaurus, or aka Acidity 7, is the main antagonist in the movie, who is trying to get vengeance. But before I talk more about the Spinosaurus, I want to talk about the most controversial scene in the movie, where the Spinosaurus killed the T-Rex. I really don't care. I actually like that Spinosaurus killed the T-Rex because it makes sense. It's more of a threat, and I think that is what the filmmakers were trying to show, even though it led to T-Rex being a pushover in the franchise. For the bad stuff in this movie, I really have one big complaint about it. Mr. and Mrs. Kirby. I'm being serious. I really don't like them. And I see them only as annoying people that won't shut up. Here in this scene in the movie, Alan is telling Mrs. Kirby to stop screaming, but a couple minutes later in the movie, Mr. and Mrs. Kirby scream again and again and again. Also, this is just a nitpick, but I have to say Jurassic Park 3 is the shortest movie in the franchise, and I wish the movie was 1 hour longer, but it's okay. Overall, Jurassic Park 3 is a good movie. My star rating of Jurassic Park 3 is 3.4 stars out of 5. Now, the video is over, so goodbye.